Hello everybody and welcome to Project Cars 3. I want to go in and tell you the reasons why I don't think this game sucks. I know it's controversial out there as far as reviews and opinions on Project Cars 3, but I've played Project Cars 1 and 2 all the way up to this, and there are things that I don't like and things I do like, but there is enough here for everyone. And the biggest thing is, the new career mode being very kind of arcadey and all that, but I can say that the driving itself, if you turn all of your assists off, you're not going to run into any issues of what you would expect from the previous game. So say you just fired the game up, they throw you into it. I don't like that part of it, where they get you just right into the action and then they dump you out eventually here at this screen. Now, at first you might be like, okay, where do I go? How do I get to the Project Cars that I know and love of Project Cars 2? So we just go back from this screen. We're greeted here with the various options of our career, road, GT, bonus, etc. And then we come back all the way out, and here we are at the main menu. Now, the biggest thing is you can't adjust any of your visual settings if you're on PC, if you're inside the game. So you have to go to the settings here on the main menu, and then all the way to the right, you would have your system and performance options. That is where you get that. Audio-wise, the only thing I wish we could turn off is the little arcadey kind of like blip sounds, even though you have everything else turned off. Visuals and all this stuff, I have things set up the way I like them. HUD, by default, has a bunch of stuff here, and I'm actually going to turn it all on so you can see the career objectives and mode information, etc. Leveling up XP, etc. You can turn all this stuff off. Force feedback, I found with force feedback, the strength at 80 gives me what I want out of mine, and I had to jump my actual wheel up to 900 instead of 360 where I used to have it, as every car is kind of different there. So this is what I'm using here for my my setups as far as controls go. So the Thrustmaster TSPC Racer, already had it ready to go in here. Vibration strength is 50, and everything's pretty much default from there. So here we are on the main menu, and you might go, hey, I just want to jump into a car, any car, and go driving. You can do it with the custom events. However, this part of it is a little tricky. You need to go into your vehicle options here, and then from here, you can jump into loaner vehicles, or you can go into owned vehicles. By default, you're going to have your own vehicles of what you actually own. You have to go into loaner vehicles in order to go to everything else. You can change to loan vehicles here and then change the class based off of how much money they're worth, etc. Or you can go to all, and I like the ones where it's manufacturers. So here's all your manufacturers, and you can choose what you want from here just like you would normally. It's just basically getting used to the new UI, which a lot of people don't like. Me personally, it works. And say you want to select this car, you select it, then you are the option of what livery you want, you select it again. Once you have that yellow check mark, you go back. I know it seems like we're kind of getting thrown back compared to Project Cars 2, but just stay with me here. And we can go to track, and we can select the track here. You have the new option here. We don't have the list anymore, but all the tracks that we know and love are here, and some new ones as well, included with Project Cars 3. So then we have weather. You can change all that stuff here, and then you can go into settings, and in settings you can change your race, laps, number of AI. Opponent vehicles are set to identical, or you can have them on any or same class as the one I like it to be. All that's good to go. Settings wise, you might want to turn rules and penalties off if you're new. They have really strict track cutting restrictions, so keep that in mind. Coming back to the career really quickly is that, there's things called hot lap. I don't care for that. This stuff I don't care for, and a lot of XP and all that stuff that, maybe you do care. And just because the game has that option doesn't mean that it sucks, that it's trash, etc., etc. There's a lot here for everyone. And me personally, I love going back to the main menu, going to the custom events, jumping in VR, and go driving a car of my choice on any track in weather settings I want and the AI. So that's all here. Let's check out the game. Let's take out a classic 1996 Ferrari F50 GT. That sounds good to me. Look at the options we have here as far as colors. Quite a few here. Ooh, the black one looks really cool. We'll go with that guy, hit back, and then I'm gonna go back to my track options. Actually, we'll just do Monza. That works for me, and we'll hit start. We're greeted with this screen here, says welcome to Italy. It depends on where you are, what country you're in. And then you have custom event race. You can skip to the race menu like I will do here. Here's your new race menu options. You can go into difficulty. You can change your tunings out. However, they do have a little bit of that's, you know, let me go back to here real fast and show you. But in the tuning options, you have balance, high grip, high speed, kind of like a card system that we see in like, you know, Need for Speed games. Or you can go into this one if you want, buy it with, you know, 100 credits, and then you can have your custom setup depending on the upgrades you have for that car. Settings wise, you know, difficulty options here. That's what I was going to go into real fast, but handling assists, I have it set to professional. So if you have all this stuff turned off in the AI settings, I turn their AI aggression to very low because their pathing issues are still present. Even 3 iterations into Project Cars, we still have pathing issues. And the difficulty set to hard right now. The AI aggression is one that will kill the AI as far as how much fun there is racing them. So we hit race and boom, we are ready to go. They're loading us in. I'm gonna have a wheel cam up here for you. You can see what I'm doing. And we're gonna go ahead and get this thing ready to go. Into first gear. Ooh, second gear. Almost lost control there. But we're seeing now that we have all of these different things all over the screen as far as, you know, HUD goes. Here comes the brakes. Get ready for it. Whoa! Pilot in there real fast. Don't mind me. Oh my God. Yeah, we're definitely in Monza, aren't we? Okay, cool. Let's get around here. And I'll show you what we can do to get rid of all that stuff. So say, you know, by default, you're seeing this drafting, you're seeing XP, you're seeing all this nonsense that you're like, dude, this isn't for me, you know? I'm not into the arcadey kind of stuff. I want my simulation feel as far as everything goes. And you still can do that. You still can do that. All right, let's get around these guys. They're a little slow back here. We're faster in some regards. You ready for that turn? This one always sneaks up on you. Oop, got into the back end of him. But as far as the feel of the cars go, I'm sorry, I just don't see what everybody's talking about with the arcade feeling. If you turn everything off, I'm getting the Project Cars experience that I always get with Project Cars 2. And the fun factor is definitely there. Okay, buddy, I know you're crowding me a little bit there, but get to that gear. Harden the brakes there. Oh, hello. It does feel like the color palette of this game has changed for the better. There's a little bit more bloom than I like, but you know, those are things that you can tweak. Here comes a big turn up here. Come on, baby. There we go. Make some moves on them here just like that. There we go. Got through that corner a lot better. So this is what I'm talking about. But let's go to the options, and I'll show you how we can make this a sim feel. Let's just go to settings here, and then we can go up here to our options on the HUD. Now, HUD opacity, you can turn all the way off, so you don't have to go in and turn all this stuff off. HUD shake, you can have that on or off if you want it. But all this stuff, like track map, speedometer, let's just turn all this stuff off because I want to show you that you can have a simulation experience with this title, even though everybody says, no, you can't. I just disagree with that. So HUD opacity, we don't have to turn that all the way down. We'll just turn everything off and then resume and check it out. Now I feel like I'm getting a little bit of a sim experience, you know, not all this stuff all over the screen, not having to look at XP and all the nonsense. Don't mind my driving. It's going to be terrible right now. We're talking about the game itself. Careful there. Careful there. This Ferrari is a lot of car, but definitely not a arcade racer. You know, you can go to your outside views and, you know, you're still driving what feels like a sim style game. You know, to me, I don't know whatever you call Project Cars 1 and 2. To me, I've always given it a sim kind of feel. It's not iRacing. It doesn't have to be iRacing. I don't think iRacing is the end all be all, honestly. I think it's great. I think all these different games have their different, you know, pros and cons. Even, you know, Assetto Corsa, which is a fantastic sim. Doesn't mean it's any, doesn't make this game any less of a sim, in my opinion. All right, let's get through this corner section here. I am manually shifting gears here with the TH8A shifter. Poorly, by the way. But don't worry, this is not me showing off my racing skills. I just wanted to go in and show you that you can have a simulation experience with this title. Let's park it up here, and let's go check out another race. So here we are back in the career mode. You can see I'm working my way through what we're going to go and do the South England Duo Championship. It's 2 rounds of it. It's going to be in my Mitsubishi. Although recently my Mitsubishi has been having issues. There it was red, and then back to the one I have, my matte black one with the white stripes and all that. If we click on the car, we can go into upgrades, and I'll show you this. This is something you're going to run into. They want a Class D car, not a C or an E, so you have to make sure you have it set like that. And actually, what's really nice is with this UI, you have tires, brakes, weight reduction, etc. When you hover over these, you see it change up there, so there's no guesswork on what class your car actually is. And you can see right now, we're currently 346. We're not even close to 399, what we can be if we were all the way at the top. So you're seeing the difference of if I had stock brakes versus motorsports, which I already have set for this car. So that's what you do. You can go in to purchase different things, but keep that in mind that you need to maintain those classes. So this part of the game I do enjoy. I've gotten a lot of enjoyment out of the career mode just by turning off all the nonsense that I don't like. There's a few things where you have to like smash through things, and it's kind of stupid, but there's people out there that like that stuff. So I get it. Welcome to the United Kingdom. We are in Donington Park at South England Duo is what it's going to be today. And I've got to say that I personally like a few things on my on my screen. So I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to go over to my HUD again. And then from here, I want the track map on, and we'll turn the speedometer on. These are the 2 ones I keep on personally just for making like videos or, even when I'm personally driving. But I've been streaming this for the last couple days, and I like to have that on. So now we can just hit race, and we're thrown right into our race. All right, and we are greeted here. See, we have our speedometer there, RPM gauge, and the track map. And we're actually going to try to race this time, as we're going for the championship. But it's a beautiful game. Still feels like a Project Cars title to me. I think it is what you make of it, honestly. And we have all those assists turned off, so we are absolutely driving this car. You see that pathing issue with AI is something they still have not fixed, which isn't a make it or break it kind of thing for me, as I like to jump into VR and just have fun racing, sometimes on a track by myself, honestly. Let's downshift into that corner there. This guy is... We over-revved that thing. Wow. I haven't raced at Donington Park in forever, man. It's been a while, honestly. But the cars don't feel like they're too planted, like they're arcade, like they're simcade, anything like that. It feels to me like, I'm driving a sim. And that's all that matters. It matters what it feels like to you. But no, just because a game wants to try some new stuff with, throwing in some XP this and that and giving you gaming aspects of a core game that people kind of threw in as a sim, it doesn't mean that your fun has to be taken away if you just go in, get used to the UI, need to be like, I refuse to learn the new UI, it sucks. Just learn it, get used to it, and then you're golden. All right, we're doing pretty decent right now. Oh yeah, nice overtake. Slow down for this corner here. All right, right now I'm just focusing up. This is my championship race for my career mode, so I'm gonna try to do decent. We have this turn coming up here, and they will come bombing it in there on you if you're asleep at the wheel. So I'm gonna shut up and just drive. Listen to the sounds of Project Cars, and hopefully I won't choke on this lap. should be the last lap here. Getting better at the track. Still not driving it great, but we're getting there. Won't make you sit through all of it. Wish me luck. All right, let's not screw this whole section up here. We might have a shot at this thing, because here comes that other Evo. He is hungry. He's right there behind me, I can tell. All right. Fantastic. We take the win on that one. Wow, wow, wow. But there you have it. That is Project Cars 3. That's the reason why I think it doesn't suck. And maybe you'll think that as well. Just give it a shot. If it's a title that is interesting to you, don't let the naysayers kind of steer you away from what I think is a great game. Anywho, that's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you all very soon. Take care.